the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a man back from an elbow injury that sidelined him for the majority of 2019. At 38 years of age, it's Ben Roethlisberger.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game. Well, they certainly did a nice job there picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Complete.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And the Browns
operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Number 25, Marlon Mack.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now an open man. That's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 84 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
First and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. This is White on the screen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Complete.
James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a 6-time Pro Bowler now in his 9th NFL season. It's Russell Wilson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week: 10 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
The 28-yard line.
On third down, Wilson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. A give to Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On third down, Wilson, and able to find Conley. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Lining up for the point.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
31.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
third down, Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Oh, he shifts past him. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 20.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
1st and 10 at the 49.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked.
Wilson's pass.
And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Casey Hayward on the cover.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Julian Edelman. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Pettis.
Illegal block in the bag. Return team.
Come on, Nat.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
First down.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Wilson's pass. Intercepted.
That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Quick slant to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
At the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll give this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Well, they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Staying on the ground with Mack. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. On the give, this is Mack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Trey Flowers on the
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete. James White. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Zane Gonzalez lining up.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
You can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Big hold to the 30. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 44, Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's first and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 6. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Julian Edelman.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Off the play fake, Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Off play action. Wilson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Space to run past the 20. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
The score, Steelers 23, Browns 14.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Spreading on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Roethlisberger to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for A.J. Brown.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Browns. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
14.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams,